So these pieces are called the Five Senses, and it's actually it's supposed to be 5 of these pictures, of these paintings. It's an entire set, but I didn't realize until after I left the Belvedere Palace, where they're at in Vienna, Austria, that I didn't see the other ones. I didn't get pictures of them. So I'm going to focus on these 2 pieces of the 5 senses, which is hearing and sight. So these paintings were made by Hans Makart, and he is an Austrian artist, and they are oil on canvas and were created during the Realism/Impressionism period. They were commissioned by Joseph Alexander von Helfert to create the 5 senses, and they were supposed to hang in his apartment in Vienna's prestigious Park Green community, but I don't know why, but they actually never made it there, and they're here now. I'm not sure where they were in between all of it, but they're here now. It's unknown how long it took to create this piece, but I think that this piece is a true taste of time, and the artist represents the senses with nude women, and he depicts a sequence of view from a single rotation of the body and incorporates subtle allusions to hint at which sense is which. So, for example, hearing, which is this one, this is sight. Hearing is cupping her ear, so we know that that's the sense that she is. And then sight, which is her, she has this glass in her hand. You can't see it too well, but it is a glass, and she's almost turning it in a way, and it looks to be transparent. So we thought that maybe it could be working as a magnifying glass, and that's what makes her the sight sense. Sight is the only one who's not looking at the edge of her panel like hearing is. But she's looking directly at us. And that's because, like I said, there were supposed to be 5 senses. And there was going to be 2 facing that were looking this way, and then 2 looking this way. And then sight was going to be right in the middle, looking straight ahead at us. And that was just to make it symmetrical. And I thought that was a really, really cool touch that the artist added. But these women are just very richly colored, as are their surroundings. The panels ooze with this pervasive, soft red light, and the mood and colors bestow an impression of warmth and tenderness, and I thought they were beautiful, beautiful pieces. So a little bit about Makart. He was an Austrian academic painter, designer, and decorator. He was a prolific painter whose ideas influenced the development of visual art in Austria, Germany, and beyond. He was a master at networking and self-promotion, which honestly I think is really, really impressive at the time that this was, because they can't self-promote themselves like we can now. And so I thought that was really, really cool that he became so big all off of his own self-promotion and his own networking. To compare this to other realism pieces, well, realism, let's start with that. It's exactly as it sounds: strict and meaningful attention to detail. It emphasizes the good and bad truth of subjects, while Impressionism adopts a stylized way of works with light brush strokes that add to an ambiance and seem to ripple like passages of light. And these pieces have a lot of that. So I think this is a good blend of realism and Impressionism, if that's even possible.